Hey guys, hope you're doing good. Next up on the channel, we got a band called Dead Beyond Fear. They got a track for us called Descent into Oblivion. It's an official music video as well, so that's going to be good. We'll get it on the screen. Let's hear what these guys have got. Dirty guitars. Oh yeah. Nice guitar tone. Nice. Good vocal. Nice bass in as well. Yeah, the vocal's sick. Heavy. And the bass drum is really cutting through the mix on this. Very clicky. You can hear the bass in the mix as well nicely because it looks like the guy's riffing out. And the guitars. Yeah, nice. Yeah, look at that bass, he's riffing out. Bit of a different vocal part as well. This guy's a high energy, a lot of stuff going on already. Nice. I'm starting to see it more now with people doing lead work and then the singer continuing to sing over the lead, whereas you'd normally just drop out the vocals on a solo. Let's hear the bass. Sounds good. Nice bass as well. Hey up, these guys are mixing it up, aren't they? Can't even remember what I was saying before, forget about it. Nice. Say that bass drum is very cutting through the mix. These guys have got all sorts in them. And the bass drum on this part has got a lot of swing to it as well. It's not right on the beat. It's swinging all over the place. Yeah, this guy's got a good voice. He's got a lot of different tones in him, but they all sound good. Nice vocal layering as well. Unfortunately, I am going to have to call these guys out on something, and that's the fact that they've made a metal video in a barn. And this is a bit of an in-joke between me and my singer. I always moan when he posts me videos because it seems like every other metal band either does a video in a warehouse or in a dusty barn, and I'm just like, dude, why do you keep sending me videos of bands in dusty barns? So I'm going to call you out on this because I'll be a hypocrite otherwise. Stop making metal vids in dusty barns and warehouses. We can do better than that, guys. Now these guys have got the hay and everything in there, so they're full on. It's a cool video, don't get me wrong, it's a bit of a joke, but yeah. How many metal bands have done videos in dusty barns, for God's sake? Very cool band. After my dusty barn rant. Sorry, I missed the end of the track there because I was ranting about dusty barns. But very cool band. I enjoyed this band very much. Right off the bat, the guitar tones were sick. Very thick guitars, nice tone on the guitars, good riffage. Super bass in, and you could hear the bass in the mix as well. The bass was riffing and doing all sorts in there, so you weren't just focused on the guitars. You caught your ear on the bass as well, and we watched him do some nice riffage. The drums, however, I am going to make one comment about the mixing on the drums. The drumming was very nice. The swing on that one part with the kick caught me off guard a bit because it wasn't directly on the beat. There was a bit of swing to it. You don't often hear that nowadays. Everyone plays to a click and things like that. So there's very little swing in music anymore. And when you do hear it nowadays, it catches you off guard because yeah, that was cool. But I am going to mention the sound of the drums. Everything on the drum kit sounded good. But I'm going to say, in my opinion, just from a bit of an amateur bedroom band mixer's opinion, if that counts for anything, I would say the kick was just a bit too loud on this particular track. Because of the tone of the kick, it was very clicky and it cut through the mix. I just did a video actually the other day about doing clicky drums and using samples on drums and things like that to get it to cut through the mix. And what I said in there is when you're using clicky drums, they really do cut through the mix quite well, especially over distorted stuff, because it's quite a clean click sound and it's a contrast to the distorted guitars. And because of that, you generally don't need tons of volume on the bass drum because it's going to cut through the mix anyway with the click. And I've did just from a mixer's point of view, although I'm just an amateur and I just use my ears, so it's only one person's opinion, but if this was my mix, I would have turned down the volume of the bass drum just a little bit because it was just a bit too loud compared to the rest of the music. That's just my opinion. I'm not knocking the track or anything like that. That's just my amateur ears mixer's opinion. That's all. Take it for what you will. Now it says on their Facebook, genre you decide. Let me decide then. I'm just going to call these guys heavy as fuck because that's pretty much what they were. Interesting because there were lots of stuff going on in there. So yeah, good band is the genre. 5 in the band, as we saw, 2 guitars, lots of lead as well in this, had a good lead tone as well. And these are from Barrie, Ontario, so another band from Ontario, although I think it's the first ones we've had from Barrie. Just great bands in this area, just great bands. Now they've started off in 2016, so these guys have got a couple of years under their belt now, and you can tell that because this sounded like a professional act. It says they're self-managed. I don't think, no, they're not. They're unsigned. They've not got a record label, so I don't know if they did their own mixing on this or whether it was professionally mixed. Everything in the mix sounded professional, but whoever did the mix really liked bass drum is all I could say because that was very loud. Now their influences are Chelsea Green, As I Lay Dying, Chimera, Lamb of God, Unearthed, Darkest Hour, one of my favourite bands, Darkest Hour, Back Dahlia Murder. Yeah, the list goes on. All good bands on this list, so no wonder they sound good. When your influences are that good, you're going to make a good band. That's all there is to it. And they have got a Bandcamp for us as well. Now I'm looking on here, they've got a 13-track record, and they're all long tracks. Actually, one of them's 8 minutes long, and they're all 4, 5, 3-minute tracks. So nice long listen there if you want to listen to this one. This one's called Malice for the Hated Enemy. Nice name. This one came out at the end of October 2019, so it's kind of new, although we are getting onto this into this year pretty fast. So the tags they've put on here are death metal, melodic hardcore. Yeah, we heard that as well, yeah. Metal, metalcore, thrash metal, and Barrie. So they got their Barrie sound as well. Yeah, I like this band. This is a good band. If you want to pick up that 13 track record, it's just $5 Canadian. So that's good. But it seems like that's all they've got out just at the moment. Maybe they're working on some stuff at the moment. But yeah, I like this band. Dead Beyond Fear. Interesting band. Got a lot going on. Lots of different styles within the music, but they all work well together. Hope you enjoyed that. See ya. Bye.